And it also looks like our runners are starting, so I am Mumu, and joining me,
I am Speedfrog.
And I have my tea, so this is going to be a wonderful morning. So welcome to Plague of Shadows any %. And for those of you who are not familiar with the run, you already see Plague Knight moving really quickly on both of the runner's screens. That is because of his primary movement tool, which is bursting. As Plague Knight holds an attack and releases, he goes really far. He also has an attack around him for those few couple frames that makes him invincible, and the cloud that he leaves behind also can damage enemies. Plains is kind of a tricky stage, despite it being the first stage. There's a lot of small minor nuisances that can hinder runners. Slimes are completely random, and there's a couple of other sources of complete RNG, but luckily there's not something usually that can like make or break the run. The runners are going to be going through 8 night stages and a couple of endgame stages, and on the way they're going to be picking up one weapon upgrade, or one weapon rather. They'll have plenty of money for it, and that's about it. So there shouldn't be much of a concern for getting gold. OddBod is a very seasoned runner. He had world record up until a couple days ago.
Just saw. Is it anymore?
No, Flat already took it back.
Oh.
KingCaptain is currently struggling with the bubble wrap, which is kind of tricky, but it's definitely worth going for. OddBod already finished off Black Knight, which can be a very difficult unlock to get. There's some rhythm to it. Oh man, I think KingCaptain. KingCaptain's a little too close to the screen transition to make this work. You might want to just go and... oh, he got it! Okay, cool!
It helps to have a really clean bubble wrap, because like dirty bubble wrap, if you get like mud over your bubble wrap, then it's really not very fun to pop.
Gross! First try, David. Well, after completing the plains, OddBod is trying to do the village. Normally, Shovel Knight would just leave it, but Plague Knight has some other stuff to do, and here we get to see Mona and the Potionarium, which you'll get brought back to every time you complete a stage. It gives you the option to spend coins and upgrade your arsenal, but a lot of that takes way too much time to bother getting, so you won't see much of that in the run.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Both of these runners are also doing the traditional route, so they shouldn't be diverging. Going straight to Pridemore, yep, both of them. Pridemore, kind of an easy stage as well, except that the ceilings are really low, lots of small corridors, so managing burst jumping is going to be a little tricky.
Yo, KingCaptain got an orange deer lady.
Oh my god, did he? I didn't even notice that! I was too busy staring at OddBod. Yo, KingCaptain actually has the blessed run.
Mostly blessed run. The orange deer lady's the least important deer lady, but still pretty good. Better than no deer lady at all.
Exactly.
So while it looks like he's behind right now, he'll definitely pull on his Super Saiyan pants.
OddBod might as well put his controller down. He didn't get anything. He didn't even get a back fellow.
Well, he'll have to pick up a second controller if he wants to try and compete.
OddBod doing, yep, the damage boost. Book Room, in general, a lot of Plague Knight's movement tends to revolve around damage boosting your way through rooms, or knowing how to burst jump through everything. King Knight as a fight is actually kind of interesting, because OddBod just confused King Knight into jumping into the corner twice. That's actually a little precise. Yo, confused King. You have to hit him with bombs to push him out of the corner. Nice, he actually killed him before he even got his last charge in, or his first charge in. About Plague Knight's damage boosting, by the way, he actually gets knocked back further than the other knights, so it's actually kind of useful, because it means that we can comfortably set up flying through certain areas at full speed.
He's like a big paper bag. I had an idea of how to make that analogy work, but I don't remember it, so...
Oh no! Okay, so another nice thing about Plague Knight that King Captain actually got to show off there was when you throw your bombs, you actually float a little bit further. Like you carry some of that momentum, even though you effectively stop flying as fast.
Yeah, that's what I meant. When you throw a bomb at a paper bag, then it kind of goes up in the air a little bit.
Perfect. Ooh, and King Captain also got the King Knight tomfoolery. I'm glad that we only fight King Knight once. Otherwise, I would be really confused. Sweet Frog, you want to tell us why your frogs are so beloved in Lichyard?
Everyone likes frogs. There's no reason to not like frogs.
Of course! Everyone loves frogs. So, frogs are actually one of the other random sources of complications in this run. They can jump in any kind of way, any number of times, however long it takes them to do so. This room in particular that OddBod is in can be kind of troublesome.
It can also help you in that room if you're really, really lucky. Probably just really, really stupid, because there's no way that it would actually work. You get the frog to land on the platform and weigh it down for you, so you don't have to push the skull over. But that basically never happens, so don't count on it.
The last dark room. Also, runners just have to kind of memorize. Like when you memorize where you're going, it can be basically safe, but it's still a little scary.
The cool thing about Plague Knight is you don't actually have to know what you're doing, you just have to press jump first, jump first, jump first, and then eventually you get through the room and you're like, oh cool, I'm at the boss now. And then you have to figure out how to fight the boss, though.
Yeah, actually Spectre is like one of the trickier bosses. You should really learn him before doing runs. Otherwise you're gonna literally take forever. Yo, did he get
Nice
bad RNG?
toggle. I don't know, I wasn't
He
thinking
did, yeah, he did get bad RNG. I was wondering, he didn't miss that many hits.
Oh,
but he got the
King Captain
backup
could have used the
kill.
frog to weigh down the platform, but he killed it.
Always trust your frogs, I guess.
If anyone goes for that in this tournament and actually gets it, I will love you forever and maybe send you $5.
Yo, $5 bounty.
Actually, I'll send you $5 if you win and also do it. Because you could probably just sit there for like 3 hours. But that would be very interesting.
But they would get your love forever and $5 under the previous circumstances. I mean that sounds
yeah,
like
but that was Old Speed Frog.
Old Speed Frog.
Again.
So something that happened on OddBod screen, we're gonna see it after King Captain defeats Spectre Knight. I'm gonna keep calling him King Knight, I swear.
He's not even using the gold cloak.
Oh no, he did. Wait, no. This is the first pass. Okay. So after defeating the first couple night stages, you get a small cutscene with Mona. OddBod is now rocking 5 health. And he's also partway through the Explodatorium, which is kind of a dangerous stage. There's some pot cycles he has to worry about. Some fire traps later on. And most importantly, he has to manage his health. Because at the end of the stage, you have to fight Shovel Knight. And one of the ways we deal with Shovel Knight is we have to have 2 HP, or actually we have to have less than 2 HP to prevent him from using the Phase Locket. The Phase Locket makes him invincible for like 4 seconds or 5 seconds. It's really, really annoying, and we have a good stun lock for him, but not if that happens. So we actually have to go into the fight basically with 2 health, and then purposefully take damage. So runners have to be keeping an eye on their health. OddBod has 2.5. He's not healing, so he's only going to take, hopefully, 1 more hit. So long as he can take the pogo from Shovel Knight, it should be fine.
OddBod loves his no healing strats. Uh-oh. He'll be fine. All he needs is more than half a heart.
Yeah, he should be fine. He doesn't even have to like technically drink that tonic. He however
he just needs to mash triangle.
Of course. Never stop holding left or mashing triangle. One of the things that Shovel Knight can do is he can actually throw out an anchor, and that's only if his mashing is not superb. But knowing OddBod, that might happen anyway.
Swag pause for good RNG. Oh, almost worked.
He did not get Ichor skip, which happens if Shovel Knight is blowing the war horn while— Oh my god, please run away and drink that tonic!
Don't run away. Fight it. You can do it. Uh-oh. Everything's fine. See? Plague just doesn't take damage, so it's great.
This is actually extremely horrifying because Shovel Knight is not only completely random.
He's doing this really well.
He can constantly reflect your bombs. So it's okay because reflected bombs don't deal damage to Plague Knight, but any contact with Shovel Knight will. You can see how terrible this fight is. God! KingCaptain is fighting the Alchemizer, by the way.
Oops.
Fudge. OddBod was hecked. So, OddBod is in fact going to go back, and he's going to opt to take some damage here. Intentional damage boosting, and unfortunately he killed the fake Shovel Knight, which deals a full heart of damage, so he's really slowly...
Potions from the pot dude.
I
think there's a whole heart.
Pretty sure those only deal half a heart to Plague Knight, but definitely taking damage from the purple goo underneath pot lids will do a full heart.
Yeah. He could also jump in the pit and that does 5 hearts. But that might be a little too much.
God, all of that basically caught KingCaptain up. KingCaptain still has to take a little bit more damage. There we go. Now please don't die!
Oh! That one bomb. So close. That would have been horrible. Just get past and then suddenly the minion throws a bomb at you out of nowhere.
Yeah, during my race that actually happened. I got stuck down there and the minion hit me to the point where I was at like half a heart going into the Shovel Knight fight.
Oops.
But yeah,
okay, looks like KingCaptain was able to triangle hard enough and skipped the Ichor phase. So Shovel Knight was unable to heal himself because he was too busy trying to panic and get himself out of this hole.
Collusion. Also, nice color for Shovel Knight there. Speaking of colors, KingCaptain's rocking a color code that changes the color. Like,
oh, there he is.
The color doesn't do anything at all, it's just cosmetic. But it also affects Shovel Knight's color, strangely. Iron Whale. Underwater stage, the water only affects your fall height and your regular jumps. So you're jumping your double jump, not your burst, which is kind of important because if you went like super high when you bursted, that'd be impossible. Nice. He also did manage to hit the second tentacle, which is kind of important in that room. Otherwise, you have to go and destroy the stone block.
You also have to hold your breath anytime you're underwater until you get above water. Which is kind of difficult for some of the less seasoned runners because it takes them a little bit longer and can't necessarily hold their breath that long.
Can I breathe?
Maybe. Are you not underwater?
Yeah, you're right. I'm not underwater. Okay.
Word.
So OddBod is fighting 420 fish. We call him 420 fish because he likes to get really high, which makes it a little difficult to hit him. He also likes to swing left to right a lot. OddBod handled that fight pretty well. KingCaptain just died. Reminder.
He probably didn't hold his breath.
Dang it! Ah! No! No! KingCaptain! Oh my god, the saddest floating to your death!
Fun fact, as Plague, you can actually gain infinite height underwater by just bursting and throwing a bomb at oops. bursting and throwing a bomb after your burst. Just time it kind of well, but you should technically never have to fall down the pit.
He's making me a little nervous there. As far as money goes,
didn't get his money. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's losing quite a bit of money there. He needs 9,500, which does sound like a lot, but you get a ton of money from just beating bosses. But he does need that much. He needs that for the Staff of Striking, which is coming up in 2 more stages. As far as Treasure Knight goes, Treasure Knight is not an extremely difficult fight. Most of his attacks actually go straight underneath you while you're trying to lob bobs in him. So you can only really get screwed over by a little bit of RNG. You don't want Treasure Knight to go up to the ceiling, and you can react to whether or not he swings left or right. I'm waiting to see if OddBod accidentally buys Lob Bomb as well. Rip King Captain.
Goes to sleep with the fishies.
So you might want to pay attention to OddBod's screen right now because he's coming up on Beetle 1, which is actually quite a joy to look at when done correctly. It's not too difficult once you get into the runs, but it's still nice. You should still get it. The early cycle is also dependent on beating these flame droplets so that can hit. And then the way he does this room is always interesting to me because I usually take damage off of that fire droplet, but he actually... Yeah, I'm definitely stealing that, that's for sure. Yo, I'm learning so many strats live.
Excuse me, pardon. Slips by those slimes.
Sorry, sorry. Could you guys... I'm sorry, just let me through, please. That room is a little it's a little scary. Getting hit by the Duck Knight was not the scary part, but if you accidentally threw a bomb or burst on those bricks early, that could have been terrifying.
The scary part is how Big Bomb only does 1 damage to those stone blocks when you throw it at them. So you have to throw 2 big bombs, even though technically you should only ever have to throw 1. But no, that's not how the game works.
Big Bomb is a well-programmed item.
Mm-hmm.
Mole Knight's actually a pretty cool fight. He has to jump over Mole Knight and lob 2 bombs at him on each pass. And then on the last pass, he's going to throw 3 bombs, burst on him, move to the left. Throw a couple more bombs, double jump, which your double jump cancel allows you to actually throw... But wow, he killed Mole Knight, like, at the peak of that jump. That was really, really cool. But yeah, whenever you throw bombs in the air, you normally only get to throw 3 at a time, and then you have to wait a little bit. You fall down and lose a lot of height. But if you double jump cancel, you can immediately throw 3 more. So it's effectively like getting 6 attacks really quickly. So OddBod is done with World 2. He's going to get another cutscene. And he's going to get another permanent health upgrade.
Sounds like a good time to explain the lore.
Ah! No, it's so close! He almost got Lob Bomb.
I would be impressed if he gets Lob Bomb and then actually uses it. That'd be awesome.
I mean, he could go for the stun lock on Reese.
Who's Reese?
Anime boy. So here's Flying Machine. This is where we're actually going to do some shopping now. The reason why we don't do any shopping is because everything costs a bajillion gold. As I mentioned before, Staff of Striking is 9,500 gold. That actually applies to all of the Arcana that Plague Knight gets. So it's not to say that they're useless, it's just that they're really, really expensive. Or you have to do Plague Knight side rooms, which this being DLC, they decided to add something a little spicy for Plague Knight. They made these terrifying side rooms that have Shovel Knight's relics in them, and you can trade them to Chester for your weapons. Also, that's a lot of damage he's taking. He's gonna get embodied.
Side rooms are actually the hardest screens in the game.
Yeah, for hundo runners, they're mandatory, and dang, did I have fun doing that? Jump. He is. Oh, he's getting the health here. Okay, good call. King Captain also exploded at some point.
Yeah, he went swimming.
Oh no!
That's fine. It's only some
That wasn't
seconds.
too bad. So yeah.
Doesn't manage to excuse me. Pardon me.
Muy expensive staff of striking acquired. Now, this is a melee weapon for Plague Knight. You may think, why would I want that when I already have the ability to chuck bombs? Staff of striking swings really, really fast, and it also maintains your height. So it's actually a really useful weapon, and by purchasing it and...
That was neat. Good job, King Captain. He accidentally threw an extra bomb trying to go through those stone blocks, so he blew up the exploding blocks, and just barely had enough space to land on them before they exploded, and got through that room actually fairly decently.
He pulled a moo-moo. Yo, no dancing from OddBod. I am quite upset.
He doesn't know how to dance.
He needs a frog to teach him how to dance.
No.
OddBod is coming up on Wind Tunnel Room. I don't like this room.
It seems really easy. You just kind of like sit there and YOLO it, and it always works out.
Yeah, YOLO it every time. No worries.
I never scooted up.
I don't know why. It's like actually kind of hard to screw up, but at the same time, it's still terrifying because you do it by feel. Shovel Knight has like visual cues and all kinds of nonsense.
Shovel Knight is impossible because the visual cues don't work.
Gotta open your eyes, my boy. Propeller Knight has a projectile guard, and OddBod's kind of having a little trouble there. So projectile guard in his front means that OddBod actually has to attack Propeller Knight from the top, or get kind of clever with it. Okay, decent backup.
Propeller Knight very angry that he lost, so he throws his rose to the ground.
I mean, I'll hold on to that. Don't worry, Backhead boy, you'll be back. So after completing, I think it's any of the World Tree stages, or is it just Tinker and Flying Machine? I think.
Yeah, it's any of them.
Okay. Black Knight kind of traps you. You're forced to do this encounter. Shovel Knight can skip this as long as you're going fast enough, but this is more plot, and it means you get to fight Black Knight twice.
If you do Stranded Ship first, he just blocks your progress. You can still go back. He's still blocks. You still have to fight him, obviously, because he blocks your progress. Just how the map works out that they couldn't put him in a spot that would just completely lock you in there that you have to fight him immediately.
I mean, I'm the kind of person who may just be like, no, I don't want to fight him. Just put the controller down and be like, that's it.
You are. I can see that from you.
I just don't want to do it. So, Mona's gone, but Percy is quite the dude. He's going to be our boy back at home. Did OddBod? No, he did not. He doesn't have enough money. Interesting. When you have... So first you have to spend 9k on the staff, but then to get magic upgrades, you have to spend 10.5k. And you could do that before Stranded Ship. It's not super important, though. You'll
just
definitely
get the 2 music sheets and then sell them.
And that takes way too long. Bless you. Stranded Ship is kind of a terrifying stage. There's just a couple rooms that are like super scary, and the rest of them like have decent strats. Coming up, it's okay, I'm fine. So, ooh, okay. He did get the Hammer Bros damage boost. You actually have to be kind of low when you do that damage boost. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to grab the ladder. Like, you won't recover in time. You'll just fall to your death. Skipping that checkpoint is a little scary, but he also has plenty of health. So long as he doesn't beef this last room, he should be fine. Let's see which way he decides to do the final spike room.
Looks like he opts to never hold left. Oh, never mind. He held left.
That's interesting. Why did he break
that
that
was unnecessary. Maybe he's planning on buying OddBod?
I actually thought you were serious.
Well, he would have had enough money to buy OddBod anyways. Because it's 3,000 for being the stage, and he only needed like 1,000.
I think he is gonna buy tonics, maybe? He only has 2. Buying 3 would be kind of a waste. You're gonna pick up plenty. I don't know. King Captain is kind of struggling here in Flying Machine. These stages are really not easy. OddBod is definitely making them look kind of free. King Captain, Jesus Christ!
No, he did buy tonics.
With
I wonder if he got the extra money banking on the fact that he screwed up the menu and accidentally buy tonics. And then he didn't screw it up, so he decided, well, I may as well buy tonics anyways.
So I'm kind of curious to see how King Knight handles... King Knight, son of a... Gosh.
I'm actually pretty curious how King Knight would handle Propeller Knight.
Yeah, I do want to see that too.
Propeller Knight actually the hardest boss for Plague Knight, because you have the stupid extra damage boost, and he doesn't take damage from anything. So every damage boost just inevitably hits you into a pit.
So OddBod flying through the Clockwork Tower. This stage is actually not that bad for Plague Knight because most of the hazards can be flown over really easily. There are some kind of how's he gonna do this? Okay.
Yes.
Nothing. He's fine. Totally fine. Same. So yeah, that was a pseudo auto-scroller he skipped. You would normally just sit on that platform and it just takes forever. But Plague Knight can not only fly really fast over everything, you can use invincibility frames to cover the few moments he's on the spikes. Yo, nice dancing. Also, that was kind of scary because if he took damage while holding the wrong direction, he would have flown off the ladder. So I don't know if he timed that on purpose or not.
He's OddBod. He knows everything.
Oh, of course. He knows how to say, "Hi, I'm Speedfrog" in German.
He probably also knows why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Is that the one they love? I don't remember. I'm too old for this.
Is it for their explosive flaskiness in every bite?
Must be. Kids love explosions.
So this is Tinker Knight. It's a super easy fight. He just takes 10 hits. He takes double damage and then he's dead.
Really good fight. Oh, well,
oh my god!
Like...
Kane!
And now he's flying? That doesn't make any sense.
Yo, nice juguete, my dude. So the Tinker fight is actually pretty easy both times. The staff just completely demolishes him because you don't have to worry about like so much of your type being perfect and aligning your bomb throws. You do a little bit of that at the beginning, but then you just like with so much mana, you can swing your staff 9 times before you exhaust it. Speaking of exhausting, the way Plague Knight's weapons work is that you can quote-unquote overheat them. So long as you have the energy to use them at least once, it's fine. But once you use that last bit of it, you can't reuse your weapon until it completely recharges. That's going to be really important during boss rush, because as much as you will be using it on bosses to completely demolish them, if you accidentally completely burn it out, then it may put you at a disadvantage for the next one coming up. There's a lot of RP between each boss kill, so you do get to recover a lot of your energy. And I am now all out of tea as OddBod enters Tower 1. Stage is kind of a mishmash of everything you've seen up until now. But it's not terribly difficult of a stage. The really tricky rooms are later on. Like, Crusher is not that bad. So, OddBod, what are you...
Swag.
Swag.
He just wants to show off how easy it is to destroy checkpoints.
He clearly hears me talking smack about this stage. OddBod, why would you do that to me? OddBod's probably gonna go with the lower route here. Damage boost on the top, and then you just have enough invincibility frames to set up a burst jump.
Close.
Yeah. The last gatekeeper of Tower 1, a lone Jawa in the darkness, but it's actually not that bad for Plague Knight. However, Black Knight 3 is incredibly terrible. So, if you had a stun lock for Black Knight 1 and 2, congratulations, but that's all you're really going to get. Black Knight 3 has too many shenanigans going on. So, at best, you can just prevent him from doing a teleport phase, where he goes from side to side, completely invincible. Nice job.
Technically, it's faster to force him to become a bird because then he doesn't have the stupid knockback frames. So you can just go to town and kill him.
Yo, nice swag pausing.
Yeah, wait for Black Knight to sit up and then breathe once, and then you can start mashing pause.
And then after you've done that, you can stop. But
you could continue
if you want. I can't remember who pointed it out, but I can't help but find it hilarious that the Tower Ascent, the name of the second tower stage, spends more time going down than up. This room is awful. Mechanical rats are actually garbage. He did get the slime sniper out of the way, though. And then the Mario Maker room, he did okay. He didn't quite get the optimal strat for this room, but that's fine.
Did you just say opt?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, right. So, here's something super important. OddBod as coming up on the last opportunity to make sure he does the correct thing of having 69 green coins by the time he finishes this run. The last green coins are in this auto-scroller and the room right before boss rush.
Get the... Okay, good.
He got the music sheet. That's another thing that matters. The runner will be completely invalidated if he doesn't get that. I mean, he already didn't get a Deer Lady, so... He should probably also make sure he has 420 gold.
When I wrote it 100%, the goal was always to, like, you needed about 42,000 gold by the end of Tower 2. So the goal was always to try and get 42,069, but I don't think I ever managed to get it once. I got 70 once.
Dang!
And then I think the route changed, so it's like 41,000 now, so it's...
I mean, I'll get 42,000 next time I run, because, like,
you
why
just
not?
get too much gold.
Gotta go fight that Baz.
Good
OddBod.
damage boost.
OddBod. He was really, really thinking hard about that green coin. Reminder that Flatterby, currently world record holder, told OddBod he needs to get a hecking sub 40 on this run because no one else has gotten that on the tournament so far. So if he gets a sub 40 with all these shenanigans...
Is that even... Oops, King Captain goes to sleep on some spikes.
How much money does King Captain have? He has... Okay, he has all 4 of his magic upgrades. He's fine on money.
He has no money, though.
Money isn't everything, my dude. Nice kill on Spectre.
Who needs money when you have good kills on Spectre?
Now he just needs to pass Assault. King Captain, please!
Calculated.
So, OddBod did some damage boosting while he was climbing the last auto-scroller. He should be fine. He's essentially assuming he's not going to take any more damage from the rest of these bosses. Well, there it goes.
He can take damage, he just can't take lots of damage. He can take one more hit.
I mean, considering he died to Blue Man in Explodatorium.
He also has 500 tonics.
He also can't grab any turkeys, because you'll be fighting Blue Man at the end of it. Shovel boys! Yo, nice RNG there. Well, I guess it was a pretty safe bet, standing right next to Tinker Knight with only Tinker and King left. You just get to unload the staff on him. Positioning for King Knight is, that's a fine spot to be standing. You just want to be able to, like, throw some bombs at him. And then unleash the fury of Staff of Striking. Unleash the fury of Slappy. Where's my fury? So you actually don't have enough mana to completely stunlock Shovel Knight. You actually have to do at least one burst and bomb throw. Also, he just got a random anchor out. Cool dude.
Not frame perfect enough.
But he did manage to at least knock down Shovel Knight. Until he cheats! Big Slappy! Hi, Pickles. Yeah, mana just barely makes it if you only do one bomb and burst combo after the I-Core.
It's too bad Plague and Tinker don't get to hold hands.
So on the last tower stage, interesting tile room swag. He does want to burst and bonk his head on the ceiling just for like slightly optimal movement here. Is he gonna? Okay, I thought he was gonna catch his leg on that small little corner there, end up walking off.
Would it be great if, like, you caught your leg on that corner and you just trip and start tumbling, and then there's, like, a 50% chance that you land on your head and die?
Oh god, that's terrible.
Well, it would make more sense than this. Like, you'd probably also, like, break your toenail or something, because you land, like, on the edge of your foot.
Okay, OddBod went for a slightly different kill on Enchantress.
Yo, nice.
It worked out really well for him, though. It was definitely one of the faster kills, but a little riskier. You have to do some damage at the beginning, but you don't want to do too much damage to her, otherwise you trigger her dives early. Which is why I was kind of worrying about that, because he started slapping her real quick.
This is that teleport phase from King Captain that we were talking about before. Kind of wastes time because Black Knight can't do damage to him when he's teleporting around, playing hard to get.
King Captain, don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to let Black Knight land because.
Don't teleport again. Okay, good.
Okay, good. Meanwhile, OddBod's fighting Plague of Shadows. This is the actual Plague Knight boss. You may have noticed that Plague Knight looks slightly different than the boss sprite, and that's because Plague Knight has been altered slightly, so he's a little shorter as the player character.
Also, the boss is completely black, and Plague Knight has color to him.
Oh yeah, that too. But yeah, the Plague of Shadows fight is exactly like the Plague Knight boss fight. And then OddBod get to face off against the Corrupted Essence. You have to break open the washing machine that's holding the essence up, and then that opens up its beak, and you can do the legendary 3-cycle. Are we gonna see that? Yeah, OddBod is quite well known for the legendary 3-cycle. Oh, he got 2-cycle. Okay. It's still the best tourney time so far, 41:39. Vlad would be sad.
But he wouldn't be mad.
Because OddBod's bad.
So considering that OddBod lost like a minute trying to fight Shovel Knight, and then another minute trying to decide if you wanted to get that last green coin, this is basically sub 40.
I mean, if you take out all the mistakes in any run, and he would have had world record. You just have to not die or miss any frames. So King Captain fought valiantly. He is making his way to the boss rush. He's got 5 tonics, he's got lots of health. He should be fine.
Just used to not hug these spikes.
Except that King Captain is opting not to get green coins, so his run's invalid, despite having an orange tier lady.
No, 57's a pretty good number. You might even go for 58. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. I'm sure it was a good year. I'm sure many people were born that year.
What, 58?
Yeah.
No, that was like 2,000 years ago.
Almost. Yo, shoutouts to anyone in chat if you were born in 58.
Yeah, good job on living that long. Jeez. Oh, I should have said my line about why Polar Knight is always in the
Oh yeah, you still have time to say that.
The order of the quarter of the first. What was it? I don't remember.
If Polar Knight is of the first 2, then you could say that the first quarter of the order of no quarter shall include Polar.
Yeah, that was it. Don't worry, it's not supposed to make sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. You just have to think about it. Think about it. Just think about it.
It's like 9 a.m. I can't think.
9 a.m. Where are you? Australia?
Yep. It's actually 6 p.m., but because it's on the other side of the world, everything's upside down, so it says 9 a.m.
KingCaptain got a turkey, which may be intentional because although you do have to fight Shovel Knight at the end, and like you don't want to have more than 2 health, if you're not as experienced, you're going to be taking a lot of damage. He does have 4 bosses before Shovel Knight.
2 of the harder hitting bosses. Most of Treasure Knight and Propeller Knight's attacks do a whole heart.
Like that one.
Also, Propeller Knight's fan does a heart and a half for some reason.
I mean, have you ever stuck your hand in a propeller blade?
Yeah.
Oh, how much damage did you take?
Oh, I don't remember. I kind of blanked out. So it's probably a lot.
Wait, didn't you used to have 2 hands?
I used to have 4.
Oh, okay. You didn't grow those other ones back?
I did, but I gave them away because someone else needed them.
Lazy. You could be running like 3 categories of Shovel Knight at the same time if you had those other hands.
There's only one real category.
All feet?
Yep.
But then you need more feats.
True. And that's why more hands wouldn't really help.
Okay, that's true. KingCaptain fighting King Knight. Dang it, I didn't want to see this again!
I believe you meant to say King Knight fighting King Captain.
That's actually true. Please don't get lanced into Turkey, like you're real close to the end, my dude.
Yeah, at this point it loses more time to have to try and take 5 damage than to just do the fight.
David raises a good point. What is a king to a captain? This is just... Now it's just making me upset as someone who runs this category, and it's like... I want to see him at 2 health and just locking this boy. I'm getting like a visceral, upset tummy right now, just looking at all this health and his... And he's out of mana. Oh man, he swigged 2 of those potions real hard. I can just imagine Plague Knight, like, in the middle of fighting Shovel Knight, just popping open 2 cold. You're not killing me! Yo, nice wubs for King Knight's text there. I actually haven't listened to text scrolling in a while from basically any of the characters in this game. I love how everyone has like their own unique way of getting through Tower Room. Some scarier than others. King Captain, please burst over everything. I thought he was gonna walk over this entire room. So I certainly hope that King Captain has practiced a kill of Enchantress, because she's pretty tricky and does waste a lot of time otherwise. That's 6 swings. So long as he can get in a decent spot, I wouldn't bother anymore. Like once she starts summoning floor, like you might as well just wait for her to come back up. She's a little hard to stay. Come on, come on. 3 more hits. Nice. Okay. The Beppis is complete. Just need a little Pepto-Bismol. So Plague of Shadows can randomly, well, I guess you randomly face left or right. Oh, okay, he's going for this kill. Well, this is quite the quick kill here. Hope y'all enjoy. Yep, this is a kill right here. Basically, this is an Easter egg. Plague of Shadows will give up after about 30 seconds, 38 seconds. He literally can't hit you. You are steadfast in your resolve. Maybe there's hope for you. It's kind of hard to tell if this fight is going on in Plague Knight's head or not. So you only managed to take out 4 full hearts. It's 8 hits total on the, I guess, Corrupted Essence's tongue. Yeah, he's gonna have to do 3 phases. Time. Good
Sub
stuff.
50 Fu 41.
Yeah, sub 50 Fu is a hard time to get.
Excuse me, it's 8 a.m.
Well, good stuff to our runners. Bing. Yo, Otto.
Yo, hey.
Morning.
Good morning.
Something like that.
It's 6 p.m. over here, so yeah. Definitely.
I thought it was 6 p.m. in Australia. Oh well. Good job on the race.
Yeah, thank you.
Can we talk about some anticipation you had there? What were you thinking about when you almost grabbed that 69th coin?
I just wanted to taunt it. I don't know.
Show it who's boss?
Make people aware. Nah, I don't know. I just want to show, you know, make it clear that I'm picking this coin on purpose.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not a valid run if it's on 69 green coins. It's just how it works, man.
Yo, you didn't get any deer ladies, though, in your village.
God dang it.
King Captain at least got an orange deer lady.
I didn't look at that.
You couldn't even get a bag fellow. Where's Primorix, man?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Right. Primorix got knocked out into losers or something. Let me look at that bracket. But in the meantime, how are you feeling about that run overall?
It was pretty decent, I guess. The Bloomin' thing, obviously, like that. If it wasn't for that one, it would have actually been like a good run. Like I think it would have been like a 40-20 around that time, which is like decent. But yeah, the Bloomin' fight, Shovel Knight, that was quite something.
Jesus, that was like you
did a good job.
You couldn't quite get control of that fight again. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it just happens sometimes. The thing is that usually you're at 3 health and have a tonic, but because it was low health, I already had to use the tonic. So I had like no backup because I had no health.
right.
Like usually I'd have 1 more health as backup of the tonic, but I didn't have it that time because it took extra damage.
Yeah, after Alchemeister, you had like 2.5 hearts, and I was sure that
Yeah.
you would either grab the apple or not take any more damage, neither of which happened. Well, speaking of Primorix, fake news, he's still alive. He's in loser's bracket, like I thought. But I'm still also alive. And you advance. Gee, are you ready to fight David?
Yeah, that should be fun. I'm ready. Although scheduling might be hard. But except for that, yeah, I'm excited. That's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
hey, you got some morning boys who are ready to commentate.
Well, you had to be kind of forced, but yeah.
Forced.
Well, not forced, but you know.
I live for this.
You wouldn't be up at this time otherwise.
No, that's for sure.
In my defense, you can blame Captain. He submitted this time, so blame him. Don't look at me.
How can
Don't
you
look at
blame
me.
the king? That sounds terrible.
I don't know, man.
You believe in treason? Are you for the crown?
I'm gonna blame Shane.
That sounds okay. Yo, good job on never stop holding left. You nailed that strat.
Wait, which one? What are you guys talking about?
No one ever knows what you're talking about.
Are you talking about Blue Man?
No, no.
Oh, okay. Wait, never stop holding left.
I'll explain it later.
I'm curious now.
Looking at speed gaming just to see what's coming up. Link to the past randomizers. It looks like Final Fantasy on PSP as well. That's interesting. Ori, Super Mario Sunshine. Yo, Super Mario Sunshine on Speed Gaming 3. That's at 3:30. And Key Sanity on Speed Gaming 4. And if you want more Plague of Shadows goodness, we have another match later tonight at 6 p.m. on Speed Gaming 3. Shoutouts to Feasel for and all the team at Speed Gaming who make this possible.
Shoutouts to Mumu for organizing the tournament.
Shoutouts to Bread Pan.
Shoutouts to Sad Mountain.
Shoutouts to Sex Rex.
Shoutouts to WQ.
Wait, no, okay, no.
I
No.
was paid by Tolu.
Okay. I'm no alpha gamer. Don't hit me with this.
He will throw knife emojis at me if I don't say that. So
That's fair enough.
shoutouts to Simple Flips. That's a good one.
God dang.
Shoutouts to Andric as well. Dude, fuck, could you tell him I say hi?
Alright.
So I think that about wraps it up for us. So thank you for watching, and Moo signing out.
Stay spooky.
Stay spooky. I would love to go back to being spooky.
Fuck anime.